G'day and welcome to Duckzorly Gaming and episode 2 of our new Let's Play series on The Valley, the Old Farm, the new release map by Blacksheep modding. Okay, so what we decided to do is, in thinking about it, we think that our big horse planter, so this one here, our normal go-to modded planter, is a bit big and certainly not something that we want to have on the farm. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of it. So we'll sell that. Alright, so now what we need to do, we need to make sure we've got a couple of seeds. Now we've got the fox, which is okay, so that's a subsoiler. We have the Great Plains, that's okay. So, but we have those two tractors there. What's that? That's 125 horsepower, 145 horsepower. We've got the Massey Ferguson, which is 95 horsepower, which we bought. That's from the Platinum expansion, as it says there. So in selling that, it gives us a bit more money back. So the other thing that we've the other thing that we've included now is we've included the Massey Ferguson pack from Blacksheep modding. So if I go down here to Massey Ferguson, there we go. So we've got this pack. This is the older equipment that Blacksheep modding brought out for the mod contest in this year, and for reasons beyond further explanation, it was not sort of it was pulled from the contest basically. Anyway, none of that matters because it's a great mod pack and it's out here. But it's something I've never used because I've always used the bigger stuff, as I said in the first episode. So we might actually look at using some of this at some point. We may not too, but one of the things I was going to look at using was this tractor here, if I need to at some point. Also the some of the attachments instead of going to the really big attachments. I do like the look of the trailers, for instance. I think the tippers look great. All that sort of stuff. So we've already got a brand at tipper, so we don't really need that. The cultivator, well, we've got the subsoiler cultivator, so we don't need that as well. We've already got a combine. So what we might do is we might just leave all that stuff there for now, and we may well come back to it. Oh, that's right. It was these two tractors here. I like these as well. In fact, what we'll do is we'll so I don't know what the difference is other than the cost of day. Let's have a look. That can go up to a 95 horsepower engine, rear twin wheels, which is what I like. It's a 2-wheel drive. Maybe this is a 4-wheel drive. Alright, well, what we'll do is we'll buy this one anyway because I do like this one. Yeah, we'll add the front loader to it. We won't have sunshade, we'll have standard. Won't have the warning triangle. So we'll just buy that. Now we will buy a weight for it as well. I'm thinking the 600 kilos should be sufficient. And what we might do as well is we might just buy, where is it? I don't want that one. I'm going to get the smaller trailer, the 10,000 litre tipper. I don't know what the loading wall is. Okay, let's get the loading wall as well. Alright, so I'll buy that. Okay, so we're already at the shop. As you can see by our loading screen, we're actually looking at the church. So here we have our Massey Ferguson over here. So we're just going to collect him. We'll take him back down to the farm, and we'll get to. So I may have just edited that out. That little bit of music that popped up from the game. I don't want to get a copyright strike or anything. So I'll choose later on whether I need to edit it or not. All right, let's pick up the weight. It's probably not going to do a lot for us in reality. Got the trailer. Alright, let's head back to the farm. So, hope you're all doing well. We're quite keen to get back into this series. Now, my first video has just gone live as I speak, or basically 10 minutes ago. And I was quite pleased to see my good buddy, my fellow Aussie paramedic, he was the first one to comment and said he was quite happy and glad that I was put what he said was the first Let's Play out, I think, from like our common group, like the 3 Dudes Gaming Network and PCSG and stuff. I'm not so sure that I am the first one, but nonetheless, I'm glad I get a timely Let's Play out on it, and we're going to continue on. So Ozzy, this episode's for you. This is the reason why I've jumped straight back into it. I wasn't going to, but because you were so keen to see it, and maybe just keen to see my poor attempts at using this smaller and older equipment, we jumped straight back into it. Alright, so now we've got those funds back. We've got two options. We could either reinvest it back into the loan, like say pay back some of the loans, we're not paying as much interest, which is a significant option. Or we could buy another parcel of land. So we'll have a bit of a look and see what we might do. I'm not so sure either way. In fact, I'm a bit torn. I have to have a think about that. I'm not going to jump to conclusions and just jump straight in and do it, which is unusual for me. We'll take a more considered approach. As we go down to the Valley of Death for those that haven't got a good gearbox. Now, I have noticed one bug on this map. Over the top end of the map near Field 4, there's a bit of a decline coming down from where the town is. And when the traffic comes down off the hill, all of a sudden it levitates, and it levitates for about 100 or 200 metres or so. So, yeah, but apart from that, I mean, that's just a small visual bug, and I'm not going to be around that area of the map probably anytime soon anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway, so we're at the farm. Alright, so then we're going to have to look at where we're at. Go through the back here. So the horse that was sitting there, he's no longer, obviously. We'll bring him up here. Probably not going to need him for a little while anyway, but that's okay. But look at that. I do like the look of it. And again, I haven't been a big fan of the older stuff and the smaller stuff, but props to Blacksheep modding. It is very good, and I thought, well, the least we can do is use some of the Blacksheep modding mods while we're using their map. So kudos to the boys at Blacksheep modding for a great job. Alright. I do like the look at this though with the dual rears as we just squash some more chickens. Okay, so let's just have a look and see what we've got to do. So our fields haven't changed. We've still got field 2, 25, 26, 62, and then our grass fields 91, 92, 93. So what did we end up doing last episode? So they've been ploughed. They need to be fertilised. What have I got up there? Oh, must have the plough up there with him. What we might do is we might just bring him back to town, back to the farm. Oh, that's right. So he's got the plough. All right. So let's bring him back, and then we'll get the fertiliser spreader, and we'll go and fertilise the fields. I think that'll be our priority for today. We're not close to, although actually, okay. Yeah, we'll go fertilise. We'll go fertilise the field down to the farm. That's what we'll do. Give way. Oh well, we'll be right. Yeah, we'll fertilise the field next to the farm, and these ones up here we'll probably leave because when we sow, we'll have the fertiliser, so that'll give us our fertiliser state. Because we're only using the one fertiliser state. Anyway, so yeah. All right. So remember, this is the Massey Ferguson that came with the Platinum DLC pack. Great little model. But he zips along, so don't mind this one. Like the trailers I've seen at, sorry, the tractors I've seen at the local golf course, and also very similar to some of the New Hollands one of our New Hollands, one of our shopping centres nearby uses a couple of New Holland tractors to collect all the trolleys, the shopping trolleys. And it looks very, very similar to this. Obviously, it's a more modern version probably, but anyway, it's all good. Alright. Bit of deja vu. I reckon for some strange reason we'll come up to a bit of a valley up here. That's all good. Alright, so I hope everyone's doing really well. It's, well, as of date of recording, it's the 9th of December, so we're getting closer and closer to that time of year. Our kids are getting more and more excited, even though their behaviour is not necessarily improving proportionately. But yeah, so we're looking forward to a nice Christmas break. So this time next week, basically, we'll be packing up the car. Well, the car will be packed and getting up at 4 or 5 o'clock the next morning and heading on the 9-hour drive south to get the ferry. So yeah, not far away at all now. 5 days of work to go and then we'll be right. Alright, so what we'll do is we might put the plough down here in the shed off here to the right, which is where the combine still is, I think. Yeah, I'll put him in there. If I remember correctly, this one's a pain to reverse sometimes. I'm saying that, then he goes in okay. Alright, whoops. Whoops, oops, oops. Come on, what's going on? Alright, that's a bit weird. Anyway, he's back up and running now. It's having a bit of a bounce. Alright, we'll park in. Actually, no, what we'll do is we'll park in. I'll try and keep the farmyard a little bit neat and tidy. Won't last very long, I can assure you. I'll park him in here. Alright. What we'll do is we'll now take this guy out. Now, I'm not sure if we'd already filled up our fertiliser spreader, so we'll go and find out. That'll be a fairly expensive thing to do. It's a 10,000 litre fertiliser spreader, so it will do like about 10 or so fields on this map at least. But it is what we do. No, he's not filled up, so we'll go fill him up now. Fertiliser is in there where I've just parked that tractor. Oh. Now, the other thing I've got a bit of a problem with, I can't seem to close any gates or doors. While it's doing that, I'll show you. Now these ones are open. Now if I bring up the HUD, I get the closed door, but it won't close the door. And I've tried and tried and tried and tried and tried. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. If there's anyone from Blacksheep modding that knows what I've done wrong, please let me know. But yeah, I can't close the doors at all. Anyway, this is what it is. Alright, so there we go. We've spent about 20,000, or was it 25,000 thereabouts already on our fertiliser. There we go, what we spend. Is he going to come up and tell us? What we're on? We're on 146, so we've spent, yeah, the better part of 30,000. Oh, there you go, no, 24,000 for fertiliser. Anyway, alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to head over here to field 62 and we'll put a very quick dose of fertiliser on it. It's not going to take long with this more modern beast. So I've got a 36 metre spread on this, on a field that's probably not much wider than about 70. So it won't take as long at all. And I mean, I suppose in relation to doing a bit of realistic gameplay, it's not that inconceivable for farmers to have bought some more modern appliances, but not so much more modern tractors, because the tractors themselves will, as long as they've still got the pulling power and all that sort of stuff, they can deal with this sort of appliance without having to upgrade to a more expensive tractor, which is more often than not obviously a lot more expensive than buying appliances. So managing your expectations and the bang for your expenses, the bang for buck, it's probably not that inconceivable to have this sort of scenario, which is what we're going to play by anyway. But I will have to be very careful in my temptation to bring in some more modern equipment. I mean, we've got the Big M, but that's and the JCB, and that's about as far as we want to go. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll park him in front of the cultivator. We don't want to block off the seed buying area. Because just in through there is a seed buying section. So because I haven't really given you a map preview, all I did on the first episode, I did put Farmer Klein's first impressions link on the video. I will just take the time for a second just to explain the layout of this. So obviously we've got the hayloft up there, which is where the JCB is, and I showed you that before. Down here we have our seed sale point, so we can buy our seeds. In here is our fuel. In there is, this one was liquid fertilizer, I think. Liquid fertilizer? Can't remember. I think pretty sure it was. And this is obviously our dry fertilizer. So that's our buy points in the farm. So that's why we'll be down here. And obviously you have the vehicle section here where you can customize and all that sort of stuff. Alright, so let's have a look at the map. So that one's now been fertilized. So now it's just a matter of waiting for temperatures. Now we're still sitting at 4 degrees. What we'll do is we'll just wrap that up. And actually what we'll do is, why not, jump in him and we'll go up and fertilise the other two fields, the small field and the larger field. So that'll probably be what we get done today. So you just get a bit of a tour of the map. Same route, I think, both ways up. But we'll just do what we need to do. Alright, now you'll be pleased to know, especially when you look at this view, the steering wheel is currently out and at my feet and ready to be put back on the desk. My long-awaited monitor stand should be arriving on Monday, with today being Saturday. So I'm looking forward to being able to get back and using the steering wheel. And I'm sure you will be too, especially when you look at these sort of views with my keyboard steering. So looking forward to that. Alright, so we're going to head up. We'll head over to field 2 first, where we just came from, where the utility is at the moment. And then we'll come back over to field 25 and we'll fertilise that. Now I'm not sure, I might throw some fertiliser on field 26 as well, the grass field, and I might put it on 93 here as well. Let me have a look. Is it going to make a difference? I don't know if it will at this point in time. Probably won't. Let's just do it anyway. So you can all sit back there and tell me that I shouldn't have done it, I've wasted the fertiliser. Well, that sort of good thing. It's not going to take long. It doesn't take that much in the way of fertiliser either. So we go through here. So this is to get to field 93, our grass field. And the entrance through here. Get out of that view so you're actually not getting a headache. Alright. So we'll just go around and give them a quick fertilisation level. That's if it actually does it. It would only be at the first level of growth, so it should actually give it a fertilisation state. But anyway, if it doesn't, so be it. It's interesting texture of the grass on this map actually. I'll be interested in what it looks like when it's fully grown to see if there's any real difference in the visual side of it. And then also once we've mowed it and then tedded it as well. Because obviously going to be comparing it directly to Bullet Bill with his change of texture that he had for the West Coast map, which I thought was an outstanding idea the way he did that. So that'll be obviously the direct comparison because that's the one that's nearest to us that we've seen recently. Okay, so he's done. Turn him off. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's not going to show because it needs the ploughing state, but anyway, that's alright. We'll see how it goes. We'll probably plough out and resow it after this first growth cycle anyway. Oh, rear wheel is hasn't got a collision. However, the fertilisation will make a difference on field 2 and field 25, so we'll definitely go ahead and do those. So I'm planning on doing there will be a Christmas special out as well. So that'll be a pre-recorded Christmas message. I haven't recorded it yet. But obviously because I'll be away from, well, not so much away from the computer full stop, but I'll be away from this computer, my processing and editing computer. I won't be able to do any recording and all that sort of stuff while I'm away. So I will record a message. Obviously, I'll be able to reply to video comments and all that sort of stuff. And on Facebook, I'll definitely be available on Facebook. But yeah, so I'll send out a little Christmas message and a little video. So that's released on the 24th of December. Sorry, 25th of December. What am I saying? Which will most likely for you guys in the United States be the 24th of December. I'll go this way at the bottom. Due to the time differences. So yeah, just be aware of that. I guess it'll be there for you guys when you wake up on Christmas morning, basically. Actually, no, it won't be there for you. Sorry, Christmas Eve night. It'll be there, Christmas Eve. Because yeah, I'll have it scheduled to come up at say 7 o'clock in the morning on Christmas Day. At this stage, that's what I'll plan to do, I think. Alright, so struggling up this hill, very steep coming up this way. Normally I would probably take this one across ways, but as you can see I didn't do it with the ploughing, and it was a struggle. That Massey Ferguson, even with that small plough, he struggled coming up the incline, but going down obviously wasn't too much trouble. That's okay. So what we'll do is we'll just come around here, do the header, and then we'll do a couple of quick rows in, and then we'll be done. Certainly different level of pace with this map and with this equipment, which is good. But then compared to my other two maps coming up, where we're doing sort of more fun orientated and just going hell for leather without seasons, that's a bit different again. But I'm looking forward to doing this this series. It should be good fun. So I hope you all enjoy it as well, and I also hope you all enjoy the map. Like as in you download the map yourselves and get into it, because it is a great map. I'm so impressed with the level of detail in it. And I'm not sure. I'll have to go and have a look. I'm not sure if Blacksheep Modding have done much in the way of maps previously. I'm sure they probably have, but I just haven't sort of been aware of it. So I have to go and have a bit of a look-see and find out. Now, Farmer Klein did leave a message for me too in my Discord channel, In fact, in some of the preview videos for this map that Blacksheep Modding did, they were sort of showcasing some up and coming mods as well. So I'm going to have to go and have a look at their videos and have a look at these upcoming mods that should be coming, and check out their website again. Because Farmer Klein was saying it should be very interesting with those mods coming out. So if Farmer Klein says they look interesting, it should be good, then it will be. So we'll go and check them out. Alright, just wanted to scare the bejesus out of that pedestrian. Lucky there's no blueies around. It's a quaint little town, village. Some of their driving still leaves a lot to be desired. Getting T-boned when you're coming down past an intersection where they're supposed to give way to you and they just don't. But it's part and parcel of the AI generation, I guess, of giants. Could hope for better and more interesting AI, but anyway, it is what it is. Alright. So as you can see, there's just so many fields. There's fields everywhere you go, but they're only nice small ones. So it's perfect for this sort of, well, not necessarily this spreader, but perfect for this size equipment, the smaller and older equipment, while still providing enough of a challenge. So yeah, it's lovely. And I do love the fact that the roads are, you're away from your cookie cutter straight roads all over the place, all that sort of stuff. It's and of course all the elevation, it's got some wonderful elevation changes. So anyway, here we are. We turn right down in here to field 25 and 26, which is our grass field off here immediately to our left, and then this is our other field here, 25. So this is almost going to be a one pass run. Probably not quite. Is it going to be? Yeah, it would be. If I had to line myself up properly to start with. So that's it. He's fertilised. Well, once I've done this little ledge over here. There we go, Bob's your uncle. Alright, so now it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so we should have enough time to get back to the farm. And we'll go the longer route. We'll go the this way back down here, and by the time we get back to the farm, it should almost be time to skip the night and be close to well, we should be a lot closer to being able to plant some crops, which will be our next challenge. Although now we've got the star, I think it was the platinum DLC cultivator with cedar. We should be okay. I think that's a 5 or 6 metre width, plus the the big plains cedar. The seeding shouldn't be too much of an issue. That's probably one of the bigger fields on the map, 52. There's a couple of larger ones, which if you're using the 3 metre plough or 2 metre plough, it will take a while. And certainly for those, I'll be looking at using course play for those ones in the future. In my solo play, I've actually purchased, which field is it? Field 60, right next to the farm, and it took ages, and I was using a 5 metre plough with one of these smaller tractors that only just had enough go. Actually, no, I was using the newly released one from Giants, the new Vulture, the anniversary edition of the Vulture, and yeah, it took ages. So, but I did that one manually just for the sake of doing it, because I was just having some fun. So, alright, so here we are. Turn off down to the farm. Get the map again so you can see where we are. Bit rough through there. Alright, so there we have it. So now when we check the mini-map, all of our fields that are ready for sowing should be now with a fertiliser state. And we're good to go. We'll take this straight out the back where we picked it up from before as we run over more chickens. Oops. Alright. So we're just parking in here. That'll do him. I'm going to tractor back around to the main yard area. Or into the enclosure in here. We're parking up in here. The TV gives off a big glow, doesn't it? Alright, there we go. Not quite at the point where we can skip the night yet. Let's have a look at the map. So 2, 25 and 62 are now fertilised, ready to go. Now, what have we got left? We've got 118,000 left. Let's just have a look and see what price we're looking at for land. So have a look at this one. This is one of the larger ones. So to buy this one, we're looking at 348,000. So for a 4.3 hectare. We will probably do a couple of missions. Although you're not going to gain that much from it. I mean, $3,000 for 30 minutes work. So let's have a look. Field 83. $80,000 for a 1 hectare field. That's a grass field there. Alright. Well, field 6. So when we're up here, we can work on 2 fields. 85,000. Okay. Again, we're not making a lot of money from the missions, but at this point in time, that's any money's good enough pretty much for us. All right. Look at that beautiful sky. Lovely, isn't it? Look at the hue. I say this on every map and every game almost, but the lighting is just great, isn't it? Just the hue and the variation of the lighting just makes it look great. It's a compliment to Giants and also obviously to the map makers, and in this case being Blacksheep modding. It just it all comes together and looks great. Alright, so now we can skip night, so that's what we're going to go ahead and do. So we'll skip night to dawn. And we'll see where we're at. Alright. So our ground temperature is down to 3 degrees. So it has a bit of a dip. So we still need to get up to 5 degrees to start doing our planting. We got some more eggs. I'm going to collect some eggs. Get them all, like so. Get our eggs. Okay. And they're all there. So what we might do is we might call it there, and next time we come back will probably be in the next game day, or we'll see how we go for the land temperature, the ground temperature for the day, because we just want to get into our seeding now. So that's what we'll probably do. We'll probably skip along for the next episode and get that going. But I hope you enjoyed this episode, and we are really going to enjoy getting our teeth into this map. I think it's a wonderful looking map, and certainly for me it's going to be a challenge, like I've said before, using a lot of the older equipment, the smaller equipment. So I'm actually looking forward to it. It'll be a nice challenge. So until next time we meet again on the Valley, the Old Farm, This is Duckzorly Gaming, wishing you all a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are in the world. Take care of you and your families, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Thanks very much.